Alrighty, we are live on YouTube. Let's go live on. We're live on TikTok as well. I forgot to pull up FX replay. But let's talk about the loss I had today first. The losing day I had. I took. Wait for some more people to get into the live for sure. All right, so let's talk about, first of all, let's get FX replay pulled up because that's the we back test on. Y'all know the T. Hope it doesn't show my login information. Continue our back testing from yesterday. Let's talk about the loss I took today, but also I learned so much today. So today, number one, I wasn't patient. I got in before this candle closed, took a loss, stopped me out by a tick, went my way. I got back in, and after yesterday, remember how I was saying I hate that I don't hold my trades? I was up in profit $300. I had a trailing stop here because on the 5-minute chart, it was below a fair value gap. It was below this fair value gap right here, so I wanted it to see if it would bounce in the fair value gap and then go higher, right? So I learned today that I can hold or sell my trades as I see fit. Yesterday I sold my trades. Yesterday it was obvious we were running down to this daily fair value gap, so there will be days where it's obvious. However, yesterday we had these 2 4-hour fair value gaps I thought we could reverse from. So that first trade I took in the middle of the gap, when it pulled back on me a little bit, that was fair. I would have sold there anyway. But then when I got back in that second trade, I got in under the second fair value gap, so I had no reason to not hold. So I learned today that I need to hold trades and look at the 4-hour candle. Very indecisive. We caught the move. We caught a good move, but very indecisive. I need to hold trades into a point of interest or a point of reversal. We took the lovely trade up, and then I should have sold. This is a 30-minute fair value gap. It could easily reverse from here, and it did. Then we got a pushback on the 15-minute chart I was looking at, and I got in a revenge trade and lost the extra $350, which sucked because I took a loss, $600, made $400 back, even though I was in profit, $400. But then I locked in some profit to get my losses down. Took this shitty trade and lost way more. So I haven't revenge traded in like 7 months. That's my first time. Or even I don't think I've ever have. I usually have like 2 trades, and then like yesterday I did take 3 trades, but it was 3 good trades. Like this is the revenge trade. I thought we were gonna go up to this buy side, and never again. Didn't feel good. I felt crazy taking it. This was the 50% of this whole move on the Fibonacci. And this is the golden pocket up here. 50% is this highest candle, and then golden pocket. I didn't think we were going up there. I didn't think we were going to the daily highs. However, if I wouldn't have had that loss in the first place, it wouldn't have mattered. This would have been all profit. So it wouldn't even matter. Even if I sold right here, it would have been up $400 today. So that's why I'm like, I had to get these losses out. Now, that was pure me being impatient, pure me. I know that. That's something I have to work on. And then I want to talk about something else today. So let me delete everything and show y'all what I saw overall. So originally I had the 4-hour candle, and then we had, 4-hour chart and the daily chart. We had a lovely wick at 9 o'clock out of this daily fair value gap, okay? We wicked out of it. This was a good trade. Like I said, that without that first loss, and if I sold at the top or even a little bit down, that would have been a $900 trade. So I don't want y'all to be like, oh, well, we lost that. No, that's a valid trade. On the 15-minute chart, I marked 10 a.m. and I think today we're going to back test doing all this analysis we did yesterday, executing on the 15-minute chart. Then you'll go down to the 15 and the 30. Because on the 30, we had 2 fair value gaps close together. So you always mark the furthest one if they're close to get the extra few points. Once 10 a.m. open was here. I wanted a candle close above it. The candle did close above it though. It closed right at it. I could have got in technically because, I forgot to mark the daily. It was a daily CRT, and I'm going to show you in a second. Daily CRT. We ran down yesterday. We weren't going to the highs. I said that. We're not going to the highs. The daily candle today is very indecisive. See what I'm saying? Like, there's days we're just indecisive. That's why I said sometimes it's not obvious on the daily and the 4 hour. Yesterday, it was obvious we were going to the daily providing gap, hold the trades. Today was not a day to hold your trades. So now you have to adapt to the chart, knowing when to hold your trades and not hold your trades. We got a wick out. Once we candle closed in this daily range, you could have turtle soup that. I didn't want to, but we could have turtle soup that. And that's why I said I could have entered straight off of this candle close, and that could have been the trade. Because my entry, I waited for my entry once we candle closed above the swing high from news, just because to extra confirm after taking a loss. But my entry would have been way better, and I would have took it up to here, probably the bottom of the gap. I wouldn't have had it high, and then like a stop loss somewhere in the middle of this, or even, I don't know, because this candle still came down pretty far, this 15-minute candle. So maybe even here to start, and then move it up as it moves up. But it ran straight up. Coming from this 15-minute, you could have even got in as soon as we crossed above this yellow line, but you wouldn't have known to get a candle across unless you looked at the 5-minute. So it was a daily turtle soup move. Boom. I didn't think we were going super high. I really did. I mean, I actually hoped we went to this. This was my take profit. I hoped we went to this. I didn't think we were going to the daily golden pocket though. But now I see, like, if you're gonna sell a trade before your TP, it has to be at a point it can reverse from. This is the 30-minute provided gap. Valid place to reverse from. We inversed this second one. This first one I thought we were going to because we pushed and then we did not, and then boom. So that's really, I learned a lot today. So I learned I don't have to hold my trades. But even if I didn't hold my trade today, holding the trade, even if I held the trade fully in profit, I would have been stopped out. I think my final trade was like this, my second trade. It was profitable, sold for a small $400 gain, and then it reversed. But if I taken my profit, I was up $366, even up $300, because I probably wouldn't have played. I would have let it come down a little bit, or probably even to here, back in the range. Boom. And I've noticed that about ranges. So the candles, you don't know. I mean, candles are going to do what they want to do. They're going to come, they're going to go, they're going to come, they're going to go. But for the most part, if you're expecting it to go down, you want it to come back into the range of the candle. Like, once we came back into the range, that's your time to sell and take your profit, in my opinion, to be safe. Same with the turtle soup. You don't want to get into a sell until it comes back into the range. For me, some people are riskier and they'll take it up there, but that's why I go. So I learned a lot today. Yes, I lost. I wound up losing. I was only down $200. I'm down $525 today, which is not fun. I'm probably going to go down a lot. I went up a lot size in the second trade and the third trade too. Rookie move. However, I learned a lot. I learned just take it. That was still a good move. That was a nice $900 move without the fake out. So we're going to backtest today, entering on the 15-minute. So we'll do our analysis on the 4 hour and the daily every time. Also, I learned that this indicator, because I had it on the daily here, the 4 hour here, but you can leave it on the 4 hour, and then when you go to the daily, it switches to the daily, which I fucking love. Beautiful indicator. Also, that indicator helps because in real time, it was playing out green, green, green. Then we started playing out. You saw it go down. Like, you'll see this big candle being made in real time, and it's really helpful. So again, it was a really good day. I learned a lot, even though I lost. Again, it was my first loss in like a week, which is fair. It was due. But also, it would have been a $400 day, $366, if I wasn't being fucking stupid, which is even worse. Like, if I can get my emotions right, I could be probably one of the best traders out here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna toot my own horn. And that's why I say strategy is important, but emotions and psychology is more important, because I called all this, executed it. I took one good trade, 2 shitty trades, and cost me a loss on the day. Called it, wicked out, great price action to take that trade, sold in profit, waited for it to hit a fair value gap. Like, just did so many things great. Then revenge traded. You're going to be successful because you're consistent. Thank you. I really am. My analysis, though, is like fucking 100%. But also, it's not really analysis. I just let the market show me where it wants to go. That's what I do. I don't go in saying we're bearish or we're biased. You wait. We had a wick off of this. Then we got in the trade. Took it to a 30-minute fair value gap or the bottom of this 4-hour fair value gap. Sold. That's the trade. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Some people took sales today. After that happened in the afternoon. It is what it is. Like, you can really trade these markets every day. There's a setup every day. So let's go and backtest that. Protect your capital. Well, I'm trading on a prop firm right now, so it's not my capital. But yes, when I trade my own, and when I start copy trading, y'all will see, well, the Discord will see. When I start copy trading my live account, my funded account, 1 micro, probably the rest of the year, until I'm confident and I know I'm like not breaking any rules, not trading stupidly. I'm only trading 1 micro, making a few $100s a day and moving on. And then once I consistently be like, oh, in 2 months, I've traded 8%, 90% profitably, then boom, then I will, scale up. All right, 4-hour, is this the daily? It is. Next New York session, let's mark 10 o'clock. All right, clearly in a downtrend. We did sweep this liquidity. We're back in the range on the daily, and then we do have a bearish fair value gap on the daily that we might want to go to. That would be nice. Let's see how this plays out. If we want to go lower, there's liquidity here. All right, on the 4-hour, also lines up with a 4-hour gap. I do really like that. Let's go down to the 30 and the 15-minute, and let's see what that looks like for us and see how we can execute off of this. Again, train your eyes. But yeah, I feel like my analysis, like, goated. Like, even when I trade against people, obviously I can't say I'm better than them because they're rich and I'm not. But when I trade against Antonio or Tanya trades, my trade always plays out if I'm against them. I tried to trade with them because I tried to trade with Antonio because I thought he was an ICT trader. He kind of is, but kind of isn't. And then I tried to trade with Tanya because she trades for free on YouTube, but we just don't trade the same. And if we were trading against each other, I would always win. Obviously, she has more capital. She has more emotions, so she would take a loss. And then, like, she trades all day, so she would take another trade in the afternoon to make her losses back, and I wouldn't trade in the afternoon. So it just didn't really align. But I definitely, my analysis is just good. But I don't think it's just analysis. I think it's just marking the options. I just mark options. We have the buy side option, sell side option. Let's see where it goes. We do have a 30-minute fair value gap here. Let's see how it reacts off of it. I have no idea. We wait till 10 o'clock. We gotta go. I mean, there is a London session fair value gap here. Let's see if we're just reversing out of it. That's what it kind of looks like is gonna happen. That's the thing though, when you start trading higher time frames, every fair value gap is fucking important. It reacts off of every fucking single one. And it's like, damn. Let's see. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. At this point, we can wait for a inverse off that fair value gap. Ooh, it's giving, it wants to go back down though. I like that. I'd enter off that. 15-minute entries are scary though. 1 to 3 though. Okay, this is fair value gap. Boom. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Because this one girl said that to me. She was like, she interested in the 5-minute chart. And I said, good for you, girl. The key is to be able to cover the overnight capital maintenance and points if you're wrong. Exactly. Good risk management. Losses should be smaller than your wins. It's just hard when you take multiple trades in a day, which is a problem. But this is a good trade off the 15-minute chart. Waited for a strong displacement candle. We knew we bounced off this bearish one. And then came back down to this, what was this, a 30-minute one? And now I'm sure on the 30-minute we might bounce back up. But a great 1 to 3 trade. No drawdown. This is something you can full port off of. Obviously you shouldn't. But if you're at the end of your month, like a minimal drawdown as trade like that is beautiful. Great trade. So let's go to the next one. Damn, the live is empty today, which is the first. Usually we get a good 10, 15 people in here. But hey, you know what happens. That was a great trade, actually. I really... and it actually continued lower. It continued lower the rest of the day. So, all right, let's go on to the daily. Always go on the daily and the 4 hour. It's funny because I used to be like, fuck a daily bias. Now look at me. Because it helps you know immediately what's going to happen. Like, we wicked out of that daily for value gap. As soon as I got on the charts this morning, buys. And some people were like, bearish, bearish, bearish. And this guy was saying that. But he said bearish after, like, noon. I was still on the live at noon. I'm like, dude, we weren't even fucking bearish until, like, 5 minutes ago. And then, obviously, we were. But we still didn't go below this. So we're still not even bearish. We're just in between. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, but on the daily, what do we have? We kind of have a little CRT still going on. I feel like we might be targeting... Actually, no, we do have... I think we still have this gap from yesterday that we... Or no, this is a new gap, actually. Because this, one of these, that was the gap from yesterday. We have a new... I lied. These are daily candles, so this is not even a yesterday gap. This was the yesterday candle. All right, we have a daily gap. Let's see if we go up there. Sell side is here. Same sell side as we had earlier. We didn't have to take it all the way down there yesterday. That's why. We had a good 1 to 3 move. On the 4 hour, we just have a gap. And then we do have a gap here we already bounced out of. But it could, you know, come back again and retest it. Let's see. Mark our 10 a.m. Obviously, your entries are going to be way later on the 15-minute. But they're going to be nice moves. And they're going to be not quick, but straightforward. Okay. I mean, we do have some internal liquidity points, a bunch of them actually. If it wants to just come, sweep one real quick, and then take out the other side. We have a bunch of those. But let's see what... all right, I... like this. I might have gotten in right after this. I mean, it's not 10 a.m. yet, but is that breaking a rule? Getting in before 10 a.m.? Let's see if we go to the middle of this gap. There is a bullish fair value gap right here, though. So let's see if we... Boom. Yeah, the 15-minute is kind of eating with execution with minimal drawdown. It's kind of going a little crazy. And if you're looking for the video I'm talking about, I posted a video recently asking, do y'all like the 15-second or 30-second time frames? Because I've seen like Tanya Trades do it, but I feel like that's just people who are rich looking for a trade. Which again, when you know how to trade and you've been trading as long as Tanya, you can do that. I don't think us beginners should be doing that. And a lot of people were saying, oh no, I trade the 4 hour and then I just enter on the 15-minute. Or some people say they only trade the 30-minute and the 15-minute. I say, huh? Whoa. Because most people, at most, say they enter on the 5-minute. But candle close, a nice candle. If you got in, obviously at 10 o'clock, it was up here. But I would have gotten in a little early. Maybe even probably somewhere in the middle of this candle, honestly. But if you got in at the candle close... right at 10 o'clock, let's see how far. It might reverse out of this gap, though. This is a big gap. But it could inverse the gap and keep running lower. Because once you inverse it, we're running down. We didn't get it inversed yet. Okay, we didn't inverse it. We just filled it. But you still could have took it to the fill. Which is not... I mean, it's not as good as the first trade was, but... I think, yeah, we're going to bounce out of this gap. Yeah. Oh, or we're just pulling back to price, because price is gonna zigzag up and down, but you like these big moves with no drawdown. Oh, actually, yeah, it kept going. So you could have got in right at 10 o'clock. You didn't have to break your rules. I obviously broke mine. Got in at this 9:45 candle, but you could have got in right at the 10 a.m. open, and still took it for a nice 1 to 2.5. So 15-minute candle is kind of eating, y'all. I don't know. So I'm gonna trade this tomorrow. I'm gonna go down to 3 micro contracts instead of 4 to get my bearings. Actually, I might go down to 2 to get my bearings on this, and then let's just see. But so far, it's looking very good. Because like I said, the lower time frames really fake your ass out. So you're gonna go on the 4 hour and then start on the 4 hour, and on the daily, which I hope mine is set for tomorrow. Yeah, it's set for tomorrow. We're pushing. So now I think we're going to these lows on the daily. There's 2 of them. There is some fair value gaps, but I just do not think we're going to those fair value gaps first. We're going to come down and then come up to it. So let's see if there's a fair value gap on the 4 hour. There is. Maybe we come up to here and then we continue lower. Maybe. It's looking like we just want to run lower. And then maybe reverse is what it's really given. But let's just see. 10 a.m. 15-minute chart. Maybe the 15 or 30-minute will give us some more inclinations. We do have equal lows internally here. These London lows. And we do have a 15-minute fair value gap here that we're probably about to inverse. But we could, you know, sweep and go higher. Let's see. Boom. See why we didn't even inverse it. We ran up to here. It looks like we're wicking out of it. And then we got another candle though above 10 o'clock. Oof. Are we trying to go lower? I mean, it is the nice pullback we wanted. I'd wait for another 15-minute candle after this. Okay. Or this hammer. Do we have a buy side? I didn't even mark a buy side. Look at me, so confident we're going down. We have Asian highs right there. It's not that good of a trade though, at all. So I don't know. Oh well, you got it. If you wanted it, you did get it. If you wanted it, but I don't. Let's get the reversal. Are we gonna keep pushing? Oh, we just kept pushing. It did stop some people out. Now we're getting our reversal, maybe, hopefully, but either way, we're already in the afternoon. So yeah, that would have been the trade. We got our take profit before we got stopped out. If you wanted to do something like this and had make some more money but risk a little more, you could have done that too for a 2 to 5. We did invert this fair value gap, which was a 4 hour fair value gap, so strong. And also it came back and tapped it, so you could have just had a limit order set at the 4 hour fair value gap if you wanted to. If you knew it was going to inverse bounce back, then you could have a real nice 1 to 6 trade. So yeah, the 15-minute, honestly, executing is kind of nice. It really is very nice right now so far. Like I said, I'm trying to minimize my fake outs, minimize those first trades. Obviously, today was just me being fucking stupid. It wasn't even a fake out. Me just being impatient. And that's just what it is. That was today, but I gotta get rid of these losses before my win. I have to get rid of them. And they will come. I'm very close. Very, very, very fucking close. Like in like a week or a month, they'll be gone. Nice hammer. A new fair value gap. Every day we get a daily fair value gap to target, which is very nice. On the daily, on the 4 hour, we did kind of already bounce off of this gap. And did kind of sweep this liquidity already almost. So this is the 4 hour gap as well. We'll just mark all the gaps on the 4 hours. So 4 hour gaps are the sell side, the buy side is the daily gap. So obviously the buy side is stronger. Okay, and then we mark 10 a.m. because I don't trade before 10 a.m. It also just helps with fake outs, in my opinion. Do with that what you will. Even today, like the 9:30 traders had a good setup, had a good entry for value gap tap, ran up. We had 10 a.m. news, liquidated all your fucking orders, stopped all y'all out, and then kept going your way. So y'all got demolished this morning, which is fine, you know. Happens to the best of us. Can't let it break you down, but at least 10 a.m. we got a clear, you know, reversal. I did trade a little sideways. If you had tight stop loss, which I did, and then got back in, but you know, 15-minute. Put this back on the 4-hour for tomorrow. See what we're gonna do. Hopefully we invert this motherfucker, and then we can go down to these lows tomorrow and keep running down. We have a fair value gap. This one was already tapped into. This fair value gap on the 4-hour has not been respected yet. So actually, let's mark that. 4-hour fair value gap. Let's drag it across. I don't even know how far we are. Okay, yeah, that's plenty far for tomorrow. And then we'll see what tomorrow does. Alrighty. Alright, clearly going down. Clearly, we're almost here though. Maybe we're already close to that first fair value gap though. But I don't. Do you think we'll go to the second one? Oof. Risky. Yeah, no, exactly. I wasn't confident in that. I mean, we marked it. Leave it on there, because that's a loss. That is a loss. Stop loss, not the worst. Okay, then I would have got back in on this opening of this candle. Do we have more buy side on the top side? We do have this previous London lows. Or do we think it's gonna run to this? Come on, this daily. What is happening? There we go. We do have these London highs here. I don't know if we're gonna run to that daily fair value gap, but let's just see. So again, one of those days where my first loss and I'm trying to make it back. This is what keeps happening to me, honestly. Come on, push, push, push. Boom. Good trade. So yeah, this is why you kind of wait till 10 o'clock and you wait till the 10 a.m. candle closes for shit like this. Prime example. Usually you just wait for the 10 a.m. candle to fully close because it looked like it was red, and then it wound up closing green, then we ran up green. And then, yeah, I would have made my losses back, but barely. This is a big stop loss. Some stop losses are just big, you know. So I definitely go down a lot size if I'm going to trade on the 15-minute chart, because it's probably a big move still on the 15-minute chart. But yeah, it's looking. I like this. I'm gonna test live trade this tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. I do this every day, a live trade, so y'all can see. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go down on my Ninja Trader to 2 micros, I think, and practice that for a little bit. I'm still up $300 in the account, but I was up $800 obviously before the morning. I'm up like 375 or like something like that, or 275. I didn't do the math, but I'm still up. We're still not at this daily fair value gap, so we can just leave it. That's clearly where we're pushing to. On a 4-hour, we have this gap that obviously had to be filled, and we closed out of it. So this could be a sign to get in early if you want it. It's breaking the rule though. We'll see if it bites us in the ass. Breaking a rule. There's a gap right there, so maybe below the candle, which is not a good risk to reward, honestly. If we inverse for 1 to 2. Again, this is a rule break, not waiting for the 10 a.m. candle. So let's see if it bites us in the booty hole. But even usually, that's the good thing about trading higher time frames though, the 15-minute and the 30-minute. It still shows you some stuff too. Like obviously we have our 4-hour, we have our shit going on in our daily, and then you'll go on the 30-minute and you'll be like, oh, well, we could come down and bounce into like this fair value gap. So maybe our stop loss should be lower or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I do think we could. I mean, there is London lows here. All right, we're pushing. And now we're reversing. So you would have sold. I mean, maybe it's to go your way. No, I'd sell at this point. But hold on. Isn't it go our way? What is this? This is honestly the end of the day. I'm not trading that long. This is 4. Okay, so obviously we would have sold somewhere once it pulled back, like off this candle. That would have been the trade. Moved our stop loss a little tighter. We wouldn't have got our full TP, but we still were right in getting in early. If you waited for the 10 a.m. candle close, you could have got a better entry there, like down here. But yeah, honestly, I'm liking the 15-minute. I really am. Let's do one more. I think we'll be done. There's not a lot of people in here today. And then not a lot of my usuals who usually want me to stay on longer. So, of course, my dad's calling me. He knows I do live streams. And I tell him every day. But let's see. Let's go on the daily. Yeah, I'm really liking this strategy because the 15-minute doesn't lie. It really shows you where it's going and where it wants to go. And it really, you have less fake counts. But obviously, if you're wrong, the stop losses are kind of fat. And the losses are kind of fat, which is the only sad part about it. All right, we've kind of wicked out of this. So, we wicked out of it. So we could be going for this daily low here. If not, we'll do the body, because I think on the daily, the body is a swing low somewhere. It's actually not. It's not not a swing low at all. So it's not just the swing lows. But we do have a bunch of bullish fair value gaps on the 4 hour. We have this one. We have this one that we've already respected once. So an inversion would be nice. And then we have this one. These are all 4 hours. We've already inversed all these. So let's see. It's giving we want to go down to one of these. We've already came out of this. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. See if we get a nice push or something to show us, yes, we're going down. And if not, good thing about inverted value gaps, if we're wrong and it closes above, we can still get in buys. It's like a double confirmation, which I love. Not 2 p.m., 10 a.m. And on the 30 minute, do we have a gap we can touch? We actually have a bunch. I lied, we just have this one. So maybe that'd be a cue to wait for this, wait for it to come up here in reverse, or wait for it to come up to the top, each one. Boom. Boom. Look at that wick off of that fair value gap. Beautiful. Obviously before 10 a.m., so do with that what you will. Is that enough for us to get in buys off of? Maybe. Is it a good risk reward to the first one? Oops. It is actually. I would still wait, but let's see. This is why you wait, because you after 10 a.m., that's what I'm saying. 10 a.m. is kind of like a 9:30 where it can show you a lot of shit, but it still may want to go higher. It still may want to come up into this fair value gap before it reverses. It could still want to invert this. You know, that red candle kind of would have got us. You can move your stop loss in between while this is playing out if you want, but I feel like I would have just took that small loss, and let's see if it gives us something else. It did. Stop loss was just too tight, so we probably should have moved it. I hate when that happens, but let's see. Exactly. Called it again, like I do, because I'm goated. Tap that for gap. Boom. Trade perfect. All right. Stop loss is too tight. Maybe a stop loss above this London high right here. That would have helped us. I had the swing high that was made from the fair value gap tap. If we had an order though at the fair value gap tap, we probably would have had a higher stop loss like that. So you could have just waited for it to come back to the fair value gap tap at a 3-minute, like we said it would. Great trade. Great trade. I'm liking this 15-minute, honestly. I really am. I really, 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 really am. And this is why I don't trade with hard stop losses anymore. I kind of wait for it to like come and like see if it's really gonna push through it, like with a strong candle, or it's gonna wick. You know what I'm saying? So great trade. I think we can get off. I don't think there's that many people in here. Thank y'all for the 2 on YouTube and the 2 on TikTok today. But yeah, we're gonna do this tomorrow. Keep backtesting this. I like the 15-minute execution. We're gonna keep backtesting this. I love the bounces off 30-minute for value gaps, because you could have just set a limit order, set a stop loss, set a take profit, and got off the charts. I mean, didn't hit a take profit yet. Did it. There we go. Now I hit it. But yeah, that's how you trade. Mark up on the daily and the 4-hour, and then boom. Go on the 30-minute, 15-minute execute. I'm going to go on the 15 minutes to execute tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a good-ass day. End the week strong. If I can end the week with like 2 $600 days to be up $1,200, plus the 3 I have, be up 15, like halfway to funded would be nice. But we'll see. No pressure. I'll get funded eventually. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.